Hey everyone, and welcome to Vlogmas day 10. At least I think it's day 10. I always get my days mixed up, especially when I combine days. I'm always like so confused. Yeah, so I think it's day 10. Anyway, so today for Vlogmas, I'm just going to be chatting with you while I get ready. I do want to film videos. I had other plans for today, but those plans have crashed, so here I am. I'm really excited though. I should have went and wet this, but that's okay. I'll do it. So I have to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 hours, but I have to work those days. So I thought I would do like a little chit chat, get ready with me, vlog style. So no ring light because I'm trying to keep it just vloggy-esque. And also, like, I don't have like a place to put my ring light. Like, I'd have to lower it, and I don't want to do that because it's at the perfect length for videos. So I'm not really going to be mentioning the products I'm using, but maybe I'll list them down below for you guys, or make you like a Pinterest board so you can know what I'm using and stuff. Maybe I'll do that. I was doing that for a lot of my videos for a while, but then I stopped for whatever reason. I don't know why. And I just got foundation in my eyebrows, but it's okay. We fill them in later. But anyways, I feel like Vlogmas is very chaotic, but I'm really loving it. Like, it's chaotic, but it's fun. Like, I don't really have a life, so like, it's fine. I do work, but my hours recently haven't been that much. But I'm sure with the holidays coming up, I'll get more hours and stuff at my job. I'm also like fairly new. I've only been working there for, this month will mark 2 months, which is crazy. I'm also like, after the holidays, I'm gonna start looking for a new job because I need something that has like benefits, and I want to obviously get out of retail because retail is not, you know, for me, it's not for a lifetime because I have loans that I need to pay back, and making like not that much money, making minimum wage isn't enough to obviously pay those off and live like comfortably. Like, obviously currently I don't have like rent or anything like that, but like we still have to make enough, you know, to like have comfortable spending money and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. By the way, I am gonna talk about this for a second, but I love this Milani 2-in-1 foundation. It's so good. It's literally coverage I like, and it's only like $10, so I really like it. I'm loving it. Like, it really makes me feel flawless, so I really am loving that for me. And I can just do a nice 1 layer, 2 layer ish. I don't really put on too much of that, so I've been really loving. I'm like excited for Christmas, but I'm also like not like super looking forward to it, if that makes any sense. Like, I love Christmas, and I feel like this year I'm really getting to somewhat get into the spirit, just because I'm not like taking finals, which I do not miss college one bit. Like, I miss the people and that atmosphere, but the final taking purposes, I do not miss at all. Like, the stress of that, like, no. We do not miss that. Not even one bit. Like, I'm just like, oh, I am so thankful I'm not going through that. If you're going through that right now, I wish you the best of luck, but I am so relieved that isn't my life, because I'd be going so insane, so stressed out right now, and that wouldn't be good, you know? I don't know. I can't wait for my Ipsy bag to come in too. I was actually gonna track it, but then I started filming, so there's that. I'm also like, I don't know, I'm just really excited. I always get excited. I've actually been with them. This month will mark a year, which is crazy to even think about. I love getting it. And if anybody's wondering about like a foundation routine or just like a base routine, I'm gonna be doing one. Like, I'll probably be doing like an everyday makeup routine in January 2021, so not that long, and stuff. But I do show it in a video that's actually going up the same day, or not a day earlier than this will be going up, so I'll try to like link that or something. But today, I think I'll film like my stocking stuffer video for 12 days of Christmas, which will probably be going up next week. It will be going up next week. I just don't know when. I probably should figure that out. I was actually gonna film a different makeup video today for that. But I think I need to kind of like figure it out because I want to do like a palette bingo for 12 days of Christmas. But I think I need to figure out like which palette I want to use, that kind of stuff. So I think I'm gonna wait out a little bit for that. But today I'm gonna use my Sydney Gray set shadows again. I've worn every shade I think except for the lightest one, so I'm really excited to kind of play around with that. I've worn these two together, but I haven't worn them separately. If anybody has any favorite indie brand eyeshadows, if you're into that, let me know down below because I'm really trying to get into that and stuff. But yeah, I'm also getting a new palette in some point today, which I'm super excited about. It says it was gonna arrive late, otherwise I would have filmed with it today. But I think I want to use like one of my palettes as like to do a holiday look, but I don't know, like I kind of wanted to do a palette bingo, and I also want to film other holiday looks, so I think I'm gonna maybe like figure out what I could do. But I'm really trying to get into indie brands because I just want to build an indie brand collection, and once I have a sizable collection I will film a video on it. I also want to do like a mini makeup collection inspired by Kelly Gooch. She did that and I was like, oh my god, that's a genius idea. So but with my indie brand collection so far, I've basically only gotten like shimmers because I feel like that's what I'm most interested in. But I definitely think eventually I'll probably get like more matte shades and stuff like that, but I want to start off with shimmers, and I'm supposed to be getting another order in hopefully next week. It hasn't shipped yet, but I'm really excited to get that in and stuff. I'm using my 1 month 1 palette once again. I've been using this like for transitions like every day. Even if I don't use this palette, this is the palette I use for my transitions. So I really like that. Let me know like what Christmas movies are must-sees. Last year I watched Home Alone for the first time, but I'm like curious, is the second one worth it? Like I liked it, but also I was like, oh my god, this would never happen. I guess that's the point. It's supposed to be funny, but like I'm like, oh my god, like what terrible parents. But I think at the end of the movie the parents learned that they had to like they loved Kevin, but like they need to show appreciation for Kevin more. I don't know, but that movie was just so like, I was like, that would never happen. I guess I see that's the point. Like everyone that I say that to is like, Katie, that's the point. And I'm like, I don't get it though. Like, how do you forget your child? Like, I guess that's the point, but like I'm like, how? Just don't get it. I suppose. So the shade I'm gonna use, which I need to back that one up. There's like never no easy way to look these up. Oh, this one's called The Greatest Gift. I'm just gonna put it back in the palette to show you. So this one's called The Greatest Gift. It's the top one, and I'm really excited to use it. These shadows are literally like no other. Like they're so pigmented, which I really like because you can literally just dip in a couple times and then they're good to go. So that's what I do. I usually just swirl and then apply it. And I love this magnetic palette I bought off Amazon because, ooh, that's pretty. Because it's like, that's what I was trying to say. It has a mirror, which is a miracle. Ooh, that's such a pretty shade. I love it. And I think it's gonna definitely go with the look I'm trying to create. I feel like right now my brain always gets it towards like this towards the end of the year. But I feel like my brain is just in like plan mode because obviously I'm trying to plan out my 12 days of Christmas. I'm also trying to think about videos I want to make in 2021, which is usually where my brain goes because I'm always like, okay, what's coming early 2021? You guys know the past couple years I've done my best of 2020 and my best of the year, whatever year it may be. And then I always do like my best of beauty the last couple of years. I usually put skincare in that. And then like my 2020 is like the best like random things. And I'm really excited to film that. I don't know like what my work schedule for the end of the year will look like, but I can see myself filming that most likely at the end of like after Christmas. I feel like that one's pigmented, but like not to the extent I want it, if that makes any sense. I probably should just invest in a new glitter gun at this point because mine's always getting clogged. Like always. It's honestly annoying. I really like that shade though. And once I put the glitter glue on, it's even more pigment. And I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit more. It's just so unique and pretty, which is what I like about indie brand shadows. Like I feel like the major brands, they just aren't unique when they come to shadows. Like I feel like just the shadows are ones that I've seen before, where indie brands, they just have like a unique vibe to them. Like they really are so creative, and I like that because I like playing with makeup. It's an art. It's not like a like must, if that makes any sense. Like I love just playing with new looks and doing my thing. I've never been like seeing myself as an artistic person. But when it comes to makeup, I think there is an art. Like you don't have to be artistic in the common way of thinking about art, but makeup can be like an art form. And actually that in the inner corner is pretty, so I kind of like that. But that's kind of what that looks like so far. And then I'm gonna apply a little bit of this like whitish shade from Modern Renaissance in the inner corner. Really open up the eyes, I suppose. And I'm thinking today I might even go with a purple theme for my makeup, so that's fun. But yeah, I feel like I don't always have a lot to say when it comes to this, but also like I'm super excited for next week, so I'm getting lots of more, like I mentioned, I'm getting the indie brand shadows in hopefully next week. I'm also getting like other things in next week, so I'm really excited about that. And I don't know about anybody else, but do you feel like Christmas gifting has taken a whole new vibe this year? Because I definitely do. Like I feel like friends I normally would exchange with, I'm not going to this year, which is totally fine. Like I wouldn't expect anybody to give me a gift this year. Like I feel like just having presents of people is more important than gift giving this year. That's just how I look at it. Like I just don't think it's important, and if it's important to you, like that's definitely fine, but like for me, I just don't see it as being like a top must for this year, if that makes any sense. Like it's just not on the top of my list as like something to do. Actually, I'm gonna take this highlighter because it's something that'll be in an upcoming video. It's Shayna B Miami. I don't know why I just said that because this isn't like a tutorial, but I went there. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. I always forget that this applies not pink, so it's always interesting when I apply it. I'm like, oh, it's more of like a champagne glow, which I like. I think I'm gonna go like somewhat lighter in my highlight today. Sometimes I like put it real heavy and I'm like, okay, Katie, what are you doing? But yeah, I hope this video is interesting for you guys. I hope it's not like too boring. But I'm really excited about like just projects this year, like or next year, project pans. I definitely think I'm gonna have a different vibe. I'm also really excited for my finales that I'll be posting early next year, but also like I don't know. Because New Year's Eve, I always post my bloopers for this year, which I'm really excited to post because a lot of them will probably a lot of them will be memory purposes for me because of Skoda, and some of them will involve him, which is exciting, I guess. I'm really going for that purple look right now, and I'm living for it. Yeah, it actually goes perfectly with that. And then mascara. I'm like tired of using the ones I was using, so I'm just gonna use this one. It's the Lash Princess. Some people say how they don't like it. I guess to each is their own. Everyone has their own vibe. But I'm like, how can you not? This is just such a good mascara. It's my favorite, and every time I wear it, I just feel, I don't even know what. I just love this mascara. It is honestly my all-time favorite, and I've said that before. But speaking about favorites, like what I was talking about a little bit ago, I definitely need to go back to my favorites videos from this year, see what I was loving. That always helps me out when it comes to like doing yearly favorites, because sometimes I forget about the things I was really loving, and I forget like, oh yeah, I really was into that this year, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to remember because, and also I don't really film too many favorites, and I think this year's favorites video might be more selected down just because of the pandemic, because I feel like I wasn't really like actively trying new makeup. I feel like a lot of times I was using the same stuff. I was also project panning, so it definitely took a different vibe this year for sure. I think I need a new eyebrow gel because mine, I feel like, is either almost used up or it's like drying up. I don't know. I've had this one the majority of the year, so why are my eyebrow hairs so crazy? But yeah, I feel like I don't have too much to talk about, and I hope this is an interesting video for you guys. I feel like I talked about enough. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm doing pretty much daily uploads for Vlogmas. I think I've combined a couple days here and there, but I have been doing the daily uploads for the most part. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and let me know what you're excited for Christmas. And yeah, I will see you for Vlogmas. I will see you for Vlogmas again tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna have different uploads just with the work week's gonna be a little chaotic. So I am like, even if, I don't know, I'm just always in like relaxed mode when I come home for work. So that's that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.